Today in the Connection Lab, we're going to be talking about what you can do as a good host to make your guests feel seen. I recently attended a networking event. It's a new community that I am interested in being a part of. And I walk in and I'm very confused. I'm looking because I don't even know who the hosts are. I'm looking at all the people. You've got a few people sitting at the table. You've got a few people standing around talking, and I'm looking for someone to acknowledge me. I'm looking for someone to say hello, welcome, what's your name? That is what I am looking for. So I walk on in and I finally see the table and there are name tags on the table. Now my common sense says if there are name tags on the table, then I need to put my name on one and put it on. So that is what I did. And still at that particular moment, no one had said anything to me. I realized that one of the hosts was sitting at the table, and then another host was standing up. And I am still waiting for one of these hosts to greet me, to welcome me, to provide me with instructions on where to go, where to sit, what is the next step in the programming of the event. And I did not get that. Knowing what I know about events, I'm like, okay, I have two options here. I can choose to retreat and go within and go to the most comfortable place that I know, and that's within my mind and within my heart. Or I can make a decision to go outward. I can make a decision to go outward and start asking questions that a host would already be giving me the answers to before I ask the question, if that makes sense, okay? So in today's video, I want to share with you 3 things that as a good host you can do to help your attendees or your guests feel seen. The first is to break up the host huddle and identify yourself as the host. There's nothing worse than walking into an event and you cannot tell who the host is, you can't tell who the organizer is, you cannot tell who is in leadership, you cannot tell like who is the person running the show. Another thing that I think is not only uncomfortable, but like extremely rude and potentially disrespectful is having all of the hosts or all of the organizers or all of the people who have planned said event gathering together and just like huddling themselves, right? So you walk into an event and you see a group of people already clicked up, already talking, and these are the hosts. Immediately, I'm thinking to myself, because I don't know that these people are hosts, I'm thinking that this is a group of people who have come to this event and they're already linked up. They're already connecting. They're already talking. But no, it's the hosts that are gathering amongst themselves and just kind of watching the guests and the attendees fend for themselves. If you are a planner, you're an organizer, it's your job to let everybody else on your team know, hey, the goal is not for us to congregate. The goal is not for us to get together and stand in one part of the room and just talk and enjoy one another's company. That's not the point of the event. The point of the event is to ensure that the guests have a return on their investment, that whatever the benefit is of said event, that the attendees are getting that, and that there's no better way to be sure that it's happening other than having your team walking the floor and making sure that people have instruction, making people feel welcome, making people feel seen, heard, and valued, okay? So that is the first thing. The second thing is the 10-5 rule. As I'm doing my research on good hospitality and events, I'm learning so much, and one of the things that I have learned is called the 10-5 rule, and I want to just read the definition here. The 10-5 rule is a popular customer service and workplace etiquette guideline stating that when you are within 10 feet of someone, you must make eye contact and smile. When you are 5 feet away, you must offer a verbal greeting. It's so interesting to see all of these rules in writing that are things that I've been doing for years. And I just didn't even know that like this was an actual rule. I might see somebody far off. Immediately, if I make eye contact with you, I'm going to smile. Maybe do a little wave. That's it. Okay. That's like, that is the the most basic way to connect. You smile, you make eye contact, you smile, maybe do a little wave. That's the entry point. 10 feet, a wave, a smile, just to acknowledge their presence in the room, right? So that helps people to know, like, oh, okay, they know that I'm here. They know that we're like essentially sharing this space together. And then the moment you start to get closer, okay, now let's prepare for impact. Let's prepare for engagement. So at that particular moment, you know, you brace yourself. I'm about to chat. I'm about to say something to you. And also, you guys, I don't want it to feel more heavy than what it is. Okay, it's very, very simple. You also have to be able to read the room, because you're walking up on somebody and you're 5 feet away from them and you start with the hello, hi, welcome, all of the things, these introductory pleasantries. At a certain point, either they're going to lean in and they're going to respond, or it's just going to be like hi and bye, right? You've smiled, you waved, that was enough. They don't want to engage, okay? So you still have to be able to read the room to know if this person is wanting to engage with you or not. The third thing is to look for the people in the room who look confused. This is like my favorite thing. This is like my favorite thing, you guys, because you can always tell when somebody is confused. You can always tell when somebody is like in la la loopsy land, I call it. They don't know what's happening. They don't know what is going on. They are confused. And a lot of people will show up to your event extremely confused. Sometimes people won't even know that the event they signed up for is the event that they signed up for. So they get to your event and they're like, I thought this was going to be something else. And you can clearly see when people are thinking, what is going on? People, telltale signs, people looking around. If you find somebody has walked into your event and they are clutching their bag, they got their coffee or the cup or whatever in their hand, and they're looking around like, that's a sign that this person needs some kind of comfort. This person needs some kind of assurance. That person needs information. They are needing something, and it is on you as a good host to be able to read the room and actively introduce yourself. Say, hi, welcome, have you been here before? Asking all of the questions, so that way you can help this person not be so confused, and to help them get where they need to be in the event, do whatever it is that they need to do in the event, okay? So those are 3 things that you as a host can do to help your guests feel seen. 1, identify yourself as the host and break up the host huddle. 2, use the 10-5 rule. 10 feet away, you wave, you smile, and just acknowledge the presence. 5 feet away, making sure that you're saying something, engaging verbally with this particular guest. And then the third thing is looking for the confused people in the room, right? Confused people have a particular look. You will know them when they walk into the space. I pray that has helped you a little bit. I oftentimes think about what I would want as a guest, like when I show up to an event. How do I want to be treated? How do I want to be engaged with? What would make me feel more welcome? And so my prayer is that through the Connection Lab and through Memory Moments events, we're able to help you do that. We're able to help you build better connections one moment at a time, and also create an environment that is safe, that is welcoming, that creates a sense of belonging, and that also engages your attendees and your guests. So I hope to see y'all in the next video, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.